I'll call this Up the Chimneys of Los Alamos, Part 2. I already made a video with that title, the thumbnail I'm going to use, with the Rosenbergs, Julius and Ethel Rosenberg. YouTube loves that. That freaks them out, man, because that's the truth. Zionism or Bolshevism, like Winston Churchill said. So I'll call this one Part 2. But this is like kind of an intelligence estimate, kind of getting to everything. So I'm looking around on the internet. I look for stuff about it, Dr. Mengele and all this stuff, and how he escaped there. He was in Argentina. It's not even escaped. That's all the network. And Schindler went to fucking Argentina. If you look at that, it's like, cause I was looking at Schindler stuff. Schindler's List, that guy. And it's like, see, they can make a movie because it's all a separate guy. If they can get it worked up enough like it's a separate guy, right? I mean, the Commandant and the bad guy in Schindler's List versus Schindler. Can't be the same guy, right? Like Dr. Mengele, the character. God, they're probably going to make it like sort of on a certain level. And Dr. Mengele's always the boogeyman. And I'm looking at this thing about Klaus Barbie. Shit. Yeah, so, yeah, all the Jewish communities are there in Argentina, and then side by side, saying all this shit. Same thing with Schindler. He went there. God, man. Makes it kind of obvious. And so they never come at it and get the truth, like the Klaus Barbie thing. I'm looking at that. And there's Alan Ryan. He did the Justice Department, and he was doing Klaus Barbie, 1983, and stuff. And then he does Duck Speak. He does the original Duck Speak. When he's on like the Neil Lehrer Report thing, a special thing they made. And he's doing Duck Speak. Unless they're faking it. Because it's just that one video. But then he worked at Harvard. He's a professor until he just died 2 years ago. And first I'm thinking, like, he's all fake bullshit covering up, but it's like making such a joke out of it. Unless the video's fake. You never know these days. And YouTube fakes stuff. But it could be they'd let us know, like the way I see stuff. Like now. So it'd be, God, the Dr. Mengele network, the whole thing, like you'd call it that, right? All the, see, the thing is when okay, to go back to Schindler again a little bit, like, he worked in Czechoslovakia. He was a German spy. And he actually got arrested there too. So he's working for German intelligence. So like Schindler's a German intelligence officer for the Nazis before all this. And usually they call it SS or something, right? I guess, or whatever. But so you get all that. And they had to like rehabilitate him. They had to work on him to make sure no one's going to be too angry. And then it's like he's all intelligence, all up in Czechoslovakia. So he's already connecting with everyone, Jews and everyone with all their money and however you can work anything. And so then he has the guy buys this big old factory thing, and so people don't get executed and going through the war. And they said he spends his money down. He used to get arrested for public drunkenness, but maybe that's a thing, a fake. In Czechoslovakia, actually, they probably did. Then you can hang around in the street. That's right. You get several arrests. And it's good if you can do it for real too. And then you can just be hanging around the street. Damn. Yeah. And yeah. Damn. That's the refrigerator making noise. Okay, so he gets rehabilitated, and then all the fucking money and all the shit, and then he gets money and goes to Argentina, and he's getting money from people. You know, and there's the cat right there. Damn it, fucking ass piece of crap. Okay. Fuck, motherfucker. Okay, so, because I'd be Dr. Mengele working at, that's real medical experiments. They act like he doesn't do anything real, and it's like, and they'll even keep that like a fake, and they're working this shit during the war. They were working with the British before the fucking World War II. I guarantee they had their liquid nitrogen. That's the thing. Oh, what could they do? Well, they could always take samples and be methodical. And they would know they're not doing their fake shit. Fucking lies. That's just cover for all the fake shit. And they have the liquid nitrogen. Like my doctor, Dr. Smith in Carbondale. He'd be so proud of that thing. That was a kind of a tell, because there's something sender. He did a thing with it, his liquid nitrogen tank, because he had to do a wart once. He likes to haul it out and be so proud of their liquid nitrogen. It's like they don't let that thing go out. They don't let the flame out. Even all through World War II, all through the 30s, the Germans have all the samples, all the Jewish samples, every Jewish, every mole, everything, right? All your things. And they can have it categorized. The IBM punch cards were in there. They had IBM machines with punch cards. And have that and just fucking have it encoded. And then you have the keys to it, so you can have the samples go out to the West, but they don't have all the documentation maybe always, or what the fuck it is. And it kind of goes on like that. And everyone's integrated. And everyone, all the Israel, everyone, Argentina. And that's what that is. And I was looking at, God, Israel is interesting, because I was trying to look up to see what languages people were speaking, like when they come there, like initially. And I was thinking there would be a lot of German. Maybe there was that too, but they said Yiddish, though. It says Yiddish, which I didn't know it was like that. I thought there'd be tons of people that didn't know it. Like, maybe it wasn't just integrated, or maybe like a lot of people speaking Polish or German, but it said Yiddish. Or maybe they just started, maybe it's not accurate, the Wikipedia. But it's interesting because it says the passports were done in French, and then they switched to English only in the early 90s. Because they used to be French partners for the French up until like lead up to the 68 or 67 war, whatever, 60 war. I guess that's like an international language. I guess it's like English and French, so you choose one. So they're doing that. And it's see, I can see it though, like that guy that talks at Alan Ryan. My dad talks that same duck speak. He doesn't do it that extreme. Maybe I'll put the video up. I made some clips of it, kind of funny. But that poor cat. She's got the sores from that pricker, and then she has to chew them. God, for a second I thought, because I've been looking at all the Holocaust stuff, and I was thinking, people like with their Holocaust thing or something, a holdover from World War II. Like I was thinking, my poor cat don't want to show her with her sores. And I was thinking like that, it just crossed my mind, because like, keeping your crazy aunt in the attic, or someone with their issue, right? Or their scabs or something from the World War II. And it just, because, like, see, I'm from the generation was living memory. We grew up, maybe, like, people are all alive still, and then later, like, and it's, I don't know, I just had an idea of it. Like just being around coming to Boston in even early 90s, just like in 1989, actually, but like someone would hide someone out. Wait, didn't he say that? No. But it's like, a thing. I think I just made it up though. But I mean, no one told me. But it's just like hide your scab or something, your G scab from the war or whatever his son was. I was doing analysis too. I was thinking, like my wife, she gets stressed and stuff. I was saying I was kind of sick, and then she wants to do something about it, but I don't want her fucking. I wanted to say what it is, and she goes like, "Oh, it has to go right to like we're doing whatever." Or she gets upset. And really, I feel a lot better today, so I wanted to just keep track in certain things, and it's not like that. But there's this instinct to be breastfeeding, so like you say something like that with a woman, and it's like breastfeed, right? It's like or that kind of instinct, I think. And then I was thinking, and that's why they get so stressed, like or the breastfeed. Okay, so if you took and you, I don't know, the vampire family, I don't know, you cut your arm and people could drink your blood or something like that. You could make a sexy vampire movie, and you could get like they could drink your life blood and you get emaciated or something, and you'd want to do that for them. But then it made me think that breastfeeding actually could be like that, like usually think, okay, you could have hard times, and a woman could get like even getting a little skinny-ish, like different issues, and she gets this high stress in a certain thing of breastfeeding, and it'll make the body do that thing where it puts, it sacrifices itself and puts it into the breast milk, right? And that whole mood. So there might be this womanly mood like that. So then I was feeling kind of like I gotta look out and stuff and be. There's Maui. But anyway, okay, so probably is. Man, it is like see what happened, because I got a certain view. And I know these motherfuckers. See, I know that guy, that Alan Ryan, and he was at Harvard. That same way he talks, because my dad trained with that. He picks that up, and then he has some fails and shit, and then at the end, they're kind of working him into weakness, and for no reason. But that's some CIA shit. But Alan Ryan's making fun of it too. They're all like that. There's something going on. They know it's all the Israel shit. Everything is going to kind of come unraveled. Like you can't have, okay, Klaus Barbie, but you can't have Dr. Mengele, because that's going to be, oh wait, I thought that was Schindler's List. So I'd be like, we were working that up. Oh wait, okay, then it's not, right? And you're in Argentina, and then it's going to be a shit. Everything would unravel. All of Israel would unravel. You have to undo all history. That's the thing. You have to go back in. They start up with a little bit with Italy and the Mussolini, like HBO or something. Was it HBO? No, it's not them. They did the wrong thing, but they made a Mussolini thing. It's really funny. But Mussolini, that was a good guy in some ways. They forced it all. They forced everything. Because this whole thing when he broke with the left, like he's a thug and all this shit on the street, but that had Israel had their navy there. That was their thing. He was doing them, training them. And he thought Hitler was stupid. He thought he was a dumbass. Like you wouldn't know that. Like Mussolini would think someone's lowbrow. Mussolini's actually a fucking mental case a little bit, and a badass. And then whatever thing would just run him, intelligence or whatever, they let him be. So he's got all this weird, bipolar or whatever the hell it is. I think. Yeah, he fucks on the wall. He doesn't get, man, with Mussolini, he's badass. He has to fuck the chick on the wall. They don't make it to the floor. He fucks them hard on the wall. Man. I made this funny comment too. What videos I gotta play? Okay, so I'm about the Fort Myers police. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do that later. It's actually kind of cool. Okay, so and then like all that shit with Ethiopia, that was a setup. British fucking told him he could have Ethiopia and stuff, and they're all surrounding it out in the jungle. And all of a sudden he's bad with it, and then they fucking got to do him. He can't have it, even though everyone else has colonies, it's like whatever the fuck. And they like that's the crime of the fucking century. Someone has a colony in Africa, even though it's fucked up. The one place they can hold off and beat him off, and they had set that shit up. And then it's like, God, man, he wanted to be on the Allies side, and then they also, so they sanction him with that. And then the only one, so he has to trade with Germany. That's how he gets stuck with Germany. That's it. They didn't want to be with Germany. He had all the Jews and stuff. Like that was it. The British had already done that shit and worked the Holocaust shit, rigged up all the shit with all this stuff, and all the Zionists. Those guys get stuck like Mussolini baggage, and then coming over, and then coming off that. It's like all this fucked up mess. There's a lot of thanks because they were pro-British, and they went with Mussolini and were pro-British. And Jabotinsky and everyone, they're pro-British or whatever that you call it, like anti-Austria back in World War I early. And then they get that, and that's what that is. So there's a whole history, but what I'm saying is like everyone's going to have to explain everything. And it's like, it'll be a mess. It'll be impossible. And however it ends up, and it'll probably be a lie anyway, back to like, here we're done unraveling it. It's like a big fucking mess. It's major. And everyone, it's going to be like, the Terminator, come with me if you want to live. Like in the movie, it's like, oh wait, I'm a different robot. I'm not that same cyborg. I'm like kind of like, but I'm the good. Not the one. I just look like that. It's come with me if you want to live, but really it's the same one. Come with me if you want to live, and then he's your best friend. There's different fucking things, parts. People doing different things, probably. Everyone getting implicated, and Jews getting implicated. It's not just, and they're letting some out. Like it's all like tangled up, and all the medical stuff. See, Mengele did all the Germans did all the medical stuff, and Mengele would be the front guy for that. All this stuff, like what I said, all that human experimentation. Then, like after the war, chopping kids' heads off. Because wherever the fuck they did it, like Haiti, they probably did do that. They experimented on the Haitians to make AIDS. It's like their laboratories are there. And then with what is the drug? The puberty blocker. They had it before it got announced. They put me on it. They chopped kids' heads off for that. That's what they fucking did. And you go up, look up there. And they fucking did that. Tons of them. And okay, so I'm thinking because I want to look at the languages for Israel and just see where everything's at. Like they come in. It doesn't sound like, oh, they're all speaking German. They have to speak Hebrew. It's like Yiddish. It's probably not as bad and extreme because it's like kind of a similar thing. And no one else speaks it. But like these guys, they come in, that generation that's coming up doesn't speak German, doesn't speak English. They don't have their history, right? And their parents can be speaking whatever. And they're not like tying into history. They're not delving into that European history, that whole generation that comes up and whatever, right? That's not any of their first languages or even second language, maybe the German. And they don't have the history, right? Or they don't go start delving in. and getting a feel with it for it. And then so like Argentina and stuff, you have that, and probably that even is like a place where fluent German-speaking Jews go, maybe, right? You have to see. Like in Uruguay, the president of Uruguay was a German. Back when they were doing this stuff, they admitted they had Dr. Mengele, and they said they were going to extradite him. Or that was Argentina that did that. And that's why that's God, even all that shit's probably a trade-off in getting Adolf Eichmann. And then Dr. Mengele, they keep him. He was always supposed to be the boogeyman, or the thing of limited hangout, or even so you know it's medical, and you start thinking what I'm thinking. Like they made it that way. And even guys like his wouldn't just be all evil and they want to cover up. It's like too much and tangle, but they wish you could know and understand and argue their side or whatever the hell. Like however we had to do it or whatever the fuck. But there was real medical experimentation. And they had all the samples. God, the West was all hooked in with it. Okay, so then you go, so Dr. Mengele worked at Auschwitz, and then I was reading this one thing about, or no, it's like one of the YouTube things they recommend this anti-Semitic shit now. They do. This fake Catholic. I'll tell you what, that Catholic stuff, I should tell on them, right? Well, they are cool, but it's like, that's Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. Runs, does the same guys. Like same CIA, whatever. Fuck it, they don't care though. It's not like they're hiding it. And if they talk like this, I'm like the weird, every freaky priest guy, right? And it's the same thing that makes, maybe they're CGI or whatever, but same thing does Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. Except those guys, actually, those are the real guys. Those are cool. Or they're making fun of it. They're kind of with that same style. Talking about Sister of Perpetual Indulgence, that fucking linebacker, it's Ma'am, that fucking reporter chick, right? That video I showed of Paul Downey, damn, man. They're pissed, man. His lawyer with the tattoos. And you wonder why they have to do this. It is the Holocaust and all this stuff. And all the shit, like I said. And they're still doing, they still did shit. The experimentation. They put me on tularemia. They gave me tularemia. And that's why they had been using that to probably make AIDS. But they got it all, got all my blood tests. And they put me on puberty blockers. And my brother too. And that's right up through there, right when they have Dr. Mengele loose and they won't come clean and I'm getting fucking drugged. And then my brother up through the 80s, like him. Something or no, not that late. I'd be like, it started when I was 12. Or just right when I was 12. So October of 76. Yeah, October 76. Keep me honest through 79. Because they took me off it for when I went into the 10th grade. When I went into 10th grade, they took me off it. Fuck, man, they knew too. And so I get a little weird, like, because I think I'm a Mr. little like professor. Like I go through, I guess fuck your bar mitzvah, right? Or anything. Because just be humiliation, right? The idea. And going, but I'm going around with my attitude and stuff like that, but for too many years for whichever. And usually you have some sexualized thing, or you have to jam down and block certain things. It wouldn't be this, I can't just go fishing like that, because that would be faggot fishing, gay. Well, that's a gay, I put in that. I got my thing, and that's why a certain weird thing, and I missed the boat on it. Oh man, we don't have the dish and the spoon and the fork. Oh my God, because that's a foreplay thing for something. And I wouldn't fucking know. Like that, but I have my adult brain and whatever, and that's why I'm so fucking weird. like that are different. It's a lot of it. But here we go, Slater. And it makes me more independent too, I think. It's like, fuck it. It's on the litter box. But, okay, so that guy who was at Harvard, Alan Ryan, that's exactly like my dad, that same duck speak, MI6 CIA duck speak. But he's making a joke out of it. And then they got the guy, the Army intelligence officer, phoning it in, with a thing. It's in black and white too. It's like McNeil Air Report, PBS, whatever. And then he's supposed to be in Portland. Yeah, Portland, Maine. So there you go. Like where my dad is and everything. So, it was, man. Fuck, man. It's hard to say who and what, because it would be like, oh, what do they need? What do we just go hunt someone down? Because I just had an idea, a quick thought, like, doing the right thing, or get the Nazi or something. But, oh, wait, there's issues with it, or the money, or something, we get money. And like money, it'd be money and power. And that, the whole thing of, like, even being able to do it and sustain it. And power, it always would be that. It will always be that. It'd be like an ongoing war. In a Cold War. It would just be thought of that way. And they're so entangled. Are these guys doing people favors or just the other shit? Fuck. And they got them entangled. That's why they're even the thing you think of. Fuck, man. I wonder what's going on. Like up in Boston with Harvard and everything. Because that guy was at Harvard. And they did 9/11. And you wonder why they do that. And then they have that cop. You saw that getting arrested and stuff and how crazy that is, right? It's like they're just doing that. They're like, oh, you're supposed to see that it's not what it is, kind of thing. Or like, where it's fucking insane. Okay, so when I was down in Florida, though, so the schizophrenic guy I used to hang out with in Homestead. I mean, I'm in Florida now, but in Homestead, 1986. So now I know that they're training him to say this stuff. Bigfoots fly around in flying saucers and cause lightning. And I invented the space shuttle and laser beam. And they won't pay. That's what he'd like to bitch about that. And they won't pay. Okay, so that's even supposed to be something. They won't pay. So I'll try to tell you the other things. He said, but first, okay, the space shuttle. There probably is stuff with the space shuttle, and that was like the space shuttle was going to blow up, and so it's like that. They were doing that. They knew about that. That was the Air Force and intel from Homestead or whatever. They fucking knew that. But in Bigfoot's flying around flying saucers, cause lightning. I've been the space shuttle and laser beam. So the laser beam, I would say that might even be to go with that little rant, and then so because it could be lightning triggered by laser beams. And it kind of goes with the space shuttle thing, bitch about space shuttle. It could be flat out. Like the space shuttle's going to blow up. They know that. They like to signal that. Fly around flying saucers and whatever the hell. Now, Bigfoots. Why would they pick Bigfoots? Why would it be Bigfoots? Now, I'll go ahead and say it. I don't fucking care. Like, the way I could see some of this stuff, like, because it's a thing that psychic that gets into me. He said Bigfoot, sometimes they'd have a form that's like this woman he'd saw once. and it was like and he calls it a Bigfoot. So that Bigfoot in that form. Later in the rainy season, the Bigfoots are like little birds some of the time. But it had that form, and she has like large glasses, like reflector glasses. And just thinking about it used to scare me, because the way you talk about it would scare him. And it's like Janis Joplin kind of thing, the glasses. And so then when I saw the Rolling Stones, like, please allow me to introduce myself. So you would see that girl in there, right? So I knew it's the CIA. Like, that's one of the things I just get that. Now anyone could fucking go around doing that. Hey, these guys don't do that though. Down here. And I kept quiet about it because these are all copycat motherfuckers. There's something they didn't know that it would do that. But you see, maybe like a little signal and go back or whatever like that. So it'd be kind of like that. Even though it could be like whatever they do, something else, whatever the fuck. And there's enough. Because I should, yeah, because this is something. Because, okay, when that thing, okay, so I got to put that thing up see, I'm talking about that, but this is authentic. Because I got so fucking excited. They do this shit when they're not going to say shit. I might get it, so I fucking forgot what I was going to fucking say. And I got like 5 things all of a sudden hit. Like, damn, man. In that thing, it's about hunting for Klaus Barbie, so it's the Alan Ryan. You know, he's a Justice Department guy. It's this big old show about him. Yeah. Now, the one guy, okay, so you have like leader of Jewish community or something, the Jewish guy, and you see all the Jewish guys they get, they're all like pathetic, and they all got their too much nose and stuff, and they're always doing a shtick all the way back then, I think. And they're all going to be, some of them are going to be like, you have to hire that horrible guy. He's like Dominar. Dominar's like that, actually. Like, or like Jerry Lewis, who would be like, what's that movie? The Rosebud. Remember, he has his Jewish friend. His wife's just like, yeah, he's stinky. He's like, yeah, right? And he's not. But he's doing that. He's like, yeah, we're not doing that. He's like Jerry Lewis all the fucking time. They do a little bit of that. But okay, so what that guy says, I guess the guy's name is Kolb or something like that. Probably on purpose. The guy that's phoning it in from Portland, Maine, the military intelligence guy on that show, and he goes, Colby. You know, he misspeaks Colby, but it's on purpose. So they're doing all kinds of signaling. But that just occurred to me. Okay, so the Bigfoot. I think it's because the thing, okay, I saw the thing about who does Bigfoot. Like this TV show In Search Of would do that, right? Bigfoot's like one of his qualities, like, or the main thing, he's like a, you know, fictional kind of thing. People would believe in it, looking for him. But Dr. Mengele, they're always looking for him. Like, good, you know, Dr. Mengele is like a book, Bigfoot back then. Like, maybe he's alive, or maybe that's a myth. It's like the Bigfoot. You want to find him, or that they said the Japanese guy that found that. That's probably fake though, but that last Japanese guy that didn't surrender. So a young Japanese guy went to look for him, and then in the Wikipedia or something it says he wanted to find, in his life he wanted to find Bigfoot, and he wanted to find that unsurrendered Japanese soldier. It's like 1974 or something like that. So that's kind of funny. It's in the, you know, so that's in the Bigfoot. Oh, they'll even say that, see? That's another thing. Like kind of the fugitive, right? And then that's the Bigfoot. All right. And In Search Of just Bigfoot. But they did a show on Dr. Mengele, looking for Dr. Mengele, and this back in 1978. And so you have Spock, Leonard Nimoy, talking about it. And I'm sure the Bigfoot thing was a lot of place. So I'm sure there's something. And what else would he say? I can't remember. Like, they used to, the Haitian guys, he'd go up to the 7-Eleven or whatever it was. And he complained because they had mocked him and they had run over his daughter and carried around her cut off leg in the car, in the truck, back of the truck, joking about it for a long time, for weeks. And we're mocking him with his daughter's cut off leg. And somehow he got that into his head. And maybe they do their part to trigger him too, maybe. I'm thinking now because it's South Florida. But somehow that's in his mind. And there might be just some things so he says that, because I think he had him like that. So I can think of the other things. I think he had come from Cape Canaveral. You know, maybe we could making it up though. His parents were technical guys in Cape Canaveral, but I wouldn't be surprised. He does seem like he comes from that upper middle class. Dr. David Hand. He'd be there, and he had his I think the address is 2773, right? Something like that. Up against the canal. He just put a mailbox out there and put the number on it. And they started delivering mail. On Chrome Ave. Like you go north on Homestead and up north. Maybe still in Homestead. It's one of those canals. That was a military intel. Oh my God, they flew a helicopter there once. One time they had this crazy shit. They had it wasn't a Black Hawk, it's a regular helicopter, and they were flying it on the ground, like low. Like you could bang onto a tree or something, doing crazy shit out there. And a couple times, they had a machine gun a couple times. And he said they used to do that, but they didn't really do it much when I was there. They didn't really do it. It's so funny. So I sound like it's a schizophrenic thing or something. Isn't that funny? Damn, so that's what that is. Like, Schindler, he goes to the fucking Argentina. And so, yeah, my dad is just like that guy, that same fucking, that MI6 CIA duck speak, as I call it, MI6 duck speak. The fucking, my dad would do that, but not as bad as that. That guy's professional. You know, just dog shit, talking dog shit, and I fucking react to it, get upset. I mean, I hate that shit. No, I try to not be like that, like lying or fumbling, acting like he's fumbling around all the time. Because he was a thing, he's trained by the shit. He was up in Boston. Fuck me. So that is the shit. And my mom running the abortion clinic, right? Running the abortion mafia. The last 2 years before Roe v. Wade, and it goes into all that medical stuff, you know, like, and all the illegal, if they like it. And then she fucking has all the shit. The fucking, oh, there was something else, yeah. I used to get headaches in Minneapolis too. And I think they did drug me. And I got bad sick after I went to Dairy Queen up there once. And I used to associate with Dairy Queen. And I got sick. And so I might not even be the Dairy Queen, but like I'm talking about it a little bit, or they just know. And so I get drugged. It was a horrible headache shit, and I was throwing up. And it was just too much. But I used to get that same sick. Oh, there we go. Oh, motherfuckers. I used to get the same sickness. That's why I stopped those horseback riding lessons. I come back with a CIA hitman, mechanic, motherfucker. I'll tell you something else too, because I forgot. And I would get like these Cheeto things, and then I dropped one. Oh, she likes the salt. I dropped that accidentally. I get a headache like that. God, and I associated it with just the same shit I get. Or I get a headache and I could get sick, like from Dairy Queen. And I get a little bit of a headache or more of a headache sometimes. And I stopped going and I thought the car was making me sick. They're probably fucking with me. Probably something happened or something. Like I'm not really supposed to go there. I have to drive all the fucking way out. You know, you gotta go way out. I don't know, toward Marion and then south or however the fuck. Well, you gotta go to Williamson County. I'm going down south. Out to fucking Gondola or Concordia. Fucking one of them fuckers. Things still there. I mean, not the same, but. And this old car. And he's like an old muscle car. I mean, he was kind of cool, but he kind of had that depressive thing. Man, Minneapolis too. Okay, I mean up in Worcester. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, because there's too much, man. There's too much like associating that thing with a headache. It's some kind of headache. I get sick. And they're trying to. I mean, sometimes I get too much, but they must have done that shit to me in Minneapolis. And they were fucking doing it to me in the car. Fuck. And then. I never got those headaches again. Like when I got away from that shit. For the most part, right? Man. Fuck. Man, I'm having this weird thing where before I ever smoked pot, my dad brought home this book. Like he moved me out to his house. And they take me off the puberty blocker, I guess. So I'm supposed to go through puberty. I'm going in the 10th grade. And he takes me out there. And he had this book, he brought it home from his work or whatever, like A Child's Garden of Grass. And that's the book, you know. So I'm all reading about getting high, smoking marijuana, learning all that. Way before I smoked pot. To get me going. I guess all on purpose. I was getting run by some thing. Yeah. Because, okay, when I came to Worcester, I don't know what I was going to say. Okay, I was just going, not just baby. Okay. They wanted to turn me, they're trying to fucking, they wanted me to try to turn me gay. They wanted to do some shit. Man. Like, when I was 5.5, like that shit. And then in the puberty locker, and they probably don't know how it goes. Most of the people, it's whatever, and I'm, there's a fuck away. I guess I'm on a weird different zone, too. I have so much long history of, like, you know, being of a certain age. Well, now, I guess maybe I'm away, it doesn't go too quick. I don't have a puberty, it's the same quick. First starts slow and it lasts a long time. But when I came to Minneapolis, to Worcester. Okay, so I was 23, just turned 23. And I've been gotten all fucked up in Illinois. So my mom was living in Worcester. I went to work at the theater. And it's like CIA shit. And downstairs somewhere in my mom's building, They have a job link company, and the two guys were there. One of his names, this guy, Roland was there. Roland Sneed, same name as my dad, Roland. He's a black guy, and then he's my mom's boyfriend. I was like crazy. He's like, wait the fucking on. Started doing cool stuff. All of a sudden we gotta do that. And my mom haven't been giving me, the fucking puberty blockers and shit. God, man, it's a bunch of bullshit. And he's talking to me once, and she goes, oh, it's like when I first came, maybe the first night. Second night, she said, it's okay. Or something you get, or like men, you have a girlfriend or man. Like, it's supposed to be okay to be gay, I'm not supposed to be so humiliated. Really, that's humiliating. I'm sitting there. I live way out in the woods. Like, there's fucking nothing. There wouldn't be fucking shit around me. And she was getting fed that shit or working it. But, God, then I got the nightmare. Yeah, that was that fucking Minneapolis fucking church, that organ. So there you go. I'm pretty sure. And then Jesus hanging. Like swinging like the flying nun, right? With his cross. That is kind of cool. I ain't Catholic, man. That's the fucking Unitarian Church. That's the Protestants. I mean, that's Unitarians fucking with them. I'm telling you. Man. Ain't shit. Ain't no mafia. Ain't no churches. Ain't no nothing. It's all wrapped up. Punk ass. It's so funny about the Hare Krishna movement. Man. They pretend like they're fighting. Narendra Swami's an asshole. Fedora said that once. Like, they can't take it that level. And really, it's not. He won't even go in there. He said that. Like, they were supposed to have to hate each other, right? I mean, it's not some secret anymore, because you had Radhanath Swami, who was in second command in New Vrindavan. And they always act like they got their anti-Semitism. But yeah, Radhanath Swami is second in command, and he takes over. Oh, wait, that's supposed to be another betrayal of Bhaktipad. No, they're all in the same thing. It's stupid. And you can't tell what it is. Or like, but yeah, because I guess it's okay to fucking say. Yeah, because I fucking know. Like I said, it says that, and I tested some stuff once, and it's not that way. He gets issues. He got us a subscription to the Barnes Review, in my wife's name, just so it come. So we're on some list. We got to be on the list. And then they had the Ukrainian Holocaust. And that's supposed to be some Nazi shit too. And like, so they know, and we're looking at different news, and now you're supposed to say that, or you're punished. Like, if you said the fucking, it's a Holodomor, and then Google would have to be like, there really was that, and you have to have that. Like, lying motherfuckers. And before, like, you'd be on the fucking Nazi list. And like, okay, you can have it, subscribe. It wasn't to fuck us up or something. It was like they do something with some list of something and do some things. Let's make sure we're on the list. Whatever. So when I came to Worcester, okay, so Roland is there. First and so he had the job link thing. So he got me a job, like I was working at this thing for a couple times. Plastic extrusion, like this dyeing company in Worcester. Those guys were cool, but there's just no industry like that. And then he got me a job at the theater. I stayed like that for over a year, until I came to Boston. So, like, I lived in Worcester, and I ended up moving in with Roland guy. That's the same name as my dad, though. And he had a girlfriend, but he didn't have her. She wasn't around. I saw her once or twice, and she was bitching. She had to leave. She's weird. She's so fucking, man. Yeah, she had to be like, whatever. And there's certain kind of things, that work a thing. Jeez, no. And so it's like that, man. Okay, because I'm being like, there's the shit, one end and the other. It's not like it's like all shit being run. But so I'm at that house, and I have my room, and then he's like, he says like, he's like, the way I do it, I'm like a black guy. I don't rent furniture, rent the whole thing in style. So he has this whole room. It's like decked out with good stuff. It's all rented. The stereo, the waterbed, the whole fucking thing. You know, and all the shit. And it's like porn magazines, all the shit. Like without dicks though. There's no dicks. Actually, there's just pussy. Yeah. So it's like all this good stuff. Um, how the fuck would you want that shit, man? Okay, so it's like that, and then it's like fucking, and then he doesn't. It's just this giant house that it has. It's like a 3 bedroom or 2 bedroom. It's like top over. It's on the triple decker. Maybe it's the second floor. Maybe it's the third floor. Yeah, probably is the third floor. And yeah, I think it is. It's cool as hell too. It's a giant ass thing. You know, like a balcony on the front, even I think, or maybe it's on the back. It's on the other side of Crystal Park. You know, and then you go way up across Crystal Park, way up, and this Clark University. You know, and then you go down the main street, like all the way down, and you get to downtown, or you can go downtown the other way, the back way. But so he has all that, and he doesn't ever go there. He never wants to go to home. He's like always off somewhere else, wherever the fuck it is. I mean, permanently. And so I'm supposed to like sleep in that room. I could be fine, like, and so I sleep on the waterbed. I don't really have to be in my room. I got the waterbed. So it's like that. That's how I live, like that. Kind of. Like in that. I mean, that's some weird shit. And that's like the thing. And then it's like he had come from Martha's Vineyard. Does all shit. And he says look out because Rhode Island's really corrupt. Because you got cousins that are the thing, Rhode Island State Police. So and that's what made me think, you got Martha's Vineyard, you got all that. Then they got their system of like garbage and police, like now it's all garbage, or the prisons or something. You don't have this cool fucking CIA or whatever. They have to run like shit, like a garbage, be lying shit and garbage, or there just isn't anything. And so I'm thinking you have Martha's Vineyard and their source. You got Massachusetts in a certain way, but then you got Rhode Island, and that's why it stays like that. And you got state police and all this stuff. And they're all up in there. And the beaches are just fabulous. God, they got the best beaches this summer. Yeah, and you can kind of feel it, I think, when I would know if I went back. It's just some secret shit. So keep like a fucking America just fucked up. You know, everything's passing it by. So that's like that. They'd be all locked in with everything, but oh god, because I was thinking things tie together. I don't think it's clean. That's a fucking Diane and what the fuck they're doing. I don't know. I mean, a CIA lady from when I was a kid. Yeah, it's all the same shit. And all the shit out there with Obama and stuff out on Martha's Vineyard. You know, when that suicide by cop guy came to my house, he's talking on the phone to a girl that's out in Martha's Vineyard. She says she's there. She has to be a maid or live-in maid and help her for everyone. Make it sound like she's just gonna do that, and like that might be sort of the truth. And there's the thing, they do their weird shit. God, man. Oh yeah, because I was gonna say, so Diane, she knows. I can just feel it. The serial killers, like that one, the one bad one, and there's a picture of him. They're picking him up. I'm gonna make a video someday called "The State Hits Back." And it'll be all the It's these cool sheriffs, like court deputy guys or whatever. They got their shotgun and their stuff, and they got the guy in chains, and he won't walk, so they got to haul him around. And that's an act. He's doing that. That's like a CIA serial killer. That's the guy. That's the boogeyman. All right, the Tri-County boogeyman, whatever the fuck. And Diane knows who the fuck that is. They run that shit. They work that shit. I'm convinced. I know they do. Just like they did Flagger's mom and everything. They know that shit. They count those cars. That's the whole fucking thing of that road that goes out to Bosquedel. That gravel. Like they fucking count the car license plate, or they know. And it doesn't work. Yeah, the motherfuckers. And yeah, what else? Yeah, because Carbondale was the thing, wasn't it? Like you got people retiring there. If you start digging through, it's all the fucking Nazis went there, isn't it? It's like Mr. Schultz, he blows his head off, right? How old was he when he was done? He had been in Germany. It's like 30 years old or 35, right? At the end of the war. And then he has to blow his head off in the late 70s. Yeah. Like that. My dad's saying, oh, it's a good thing he did that, man, because he's old and his wife's younger. And like, really, it's his Nazi shit. My dad's such a fucking liar. He knows his shit. And shit goes around. But he's trained. And they'll get him, see what they'll do is they'll get him on your embarrassing sexual naughty and your embarrassing naughty whatever things. And so whenever you think, oh, CIA secret, that goes right to like, oh my God, my wiener in the fucking closet. Right? And my wiener in the closet. That's like a fucking, just my wiener in the closet. Like I was fucking, all this shit they do. I swear to fucking God, man. And you're supposed to like, be like, I don't know, you're supposed to be proud of, like, no, you're not supposed to be proud of that. It's only like, you're around some other motherfuckers. If you got fucking 2 wieners in the closet, you're supposed to be proud. And if you're in like, what, just fucking 1, you're supposed to be, oh, shame because they haven't got this other one or something. I'm gonna really need to put some pussy or something with something, right? But then it's like really nothing. Like it's nothing. It ends up dissolving into like nothing to be proud of, nothing to be ashamed of, nothing. Just fucking fuck it, Fucking motherfuckers. Man, Lucas said that shit, little boys, right? And then right then, after that, they were gonna some boys were fucking my son, and right out in the open in front of my wife. And so my wife called the police, and they came to 7-Eleven, and they were talking, and they were all nice. So it might be about that, but like so that's on the video, and then fucking Google, one of their spam bots has to fucking hear that, notice it, and start fucking threatening me with it, saying it's like some fucking thing. They're like a piece of shit. And I ought to be concerned. You ought to seek legal help because they got slandered. They're all fucking lying shit. And I told them they were like a piece of crap. YouTube rapes kids and all that. They did that. And then finally it just all disappeared. YouTube deleted it. The whole fucking comment thread. Because that's how they are. Now they're not doing a lot of threats. What are they doing? There's only one bad thing. Oh, all they get is like, hey, here's a prank. A crazy, Hispanic guy, or what is it? Crazy Arab guy kidnaps your daughter, right? And she's tied up in the back of a thing. Like, that's as most close they get to threatening my kids, threatening me, or all this shit. They just got that one recommendation, which is it's way off. It's because of that. And they're doing that. And they know what they're doing. They do it on purpose. It's set that way. And that's all there is left right now. And they had to fucking stop that one thing. Did I say it to them like they're the one? It might be the one where I said, like, YouTube writes the legal shit. You know, when lawyers write that fake shit. That's the Google bot. That's the exact same thing. Like the exact same thing. And they keep it that way and funky. God, man. They might have been playing my fucking lawyer, my fucking Aiden up in fucking Boston. He's writing this long ass shit and it's all fake. I found out. Like, I realized, like, it's all these long text messages, like, in detail. He won't talk to me shit. I'm talking to him. It's all a fucking lie. And then, it's the same as the shit that's on the comments. And it's not like he read them. It's like the same shit's running it. And the same points that aren't anything good if you actually see it. Like, it's like a lie. And he wouldn't come up with it on his own. You'd have to have read it. Or it's just a bot doing it. It's the same fucking thing. Same bot that sees the video and just does that. Or he like sets it to that. You know, or to the video as though you look at the video and then do that. You know. God, man. Yeah, okay, so when Reagan was the air traffic controllers, they endorsed him against Jimmy Carter. So they, like, don't endorse a Democrat for the first time. And so union, God, they're fucking total scabs. So, like, same as the Teamsters. And then Reagan just turns around and fires their fucking ass. But then when you look at it, it looks like they're all on coke and they're all, like, having a party. They're all fucking, they're all scabs. And it's all set up, and they're all going to go on to some other job and have their little war stories. We got fired. We're so good. And go infiltrate the Democrats even some more. That's what it all is. They didn't want to stay there and be air traffic controllers. It'd be too. But, okay, but I'm thinking, that made me think about all the cocaine that they did all through the 80s and shit. And then I think you get a real mistake looking at it, like how much money is supposed to be at market rate, and as though it's buying and selling at that rate. And these guys got to put that much up their nose. And there's guys going around like fucking just losing that much money. Or that's what it's all about. Like, no, it's like, it's being dispensed for free at parties and different shit. They bring it in, and then they just don't fucking sell it. There's a selling part, but they just use it and they can work stuff and control stuff. And you can only get it from them. You can't go somewhere else because it's way too expensive. So you can have certain parties and they can just run shit and run people's lives. And it's so expensive that even these rich-ass people can't just go get some and then go off, like, and have their own separate party. You got to kind of have the party where this guy's paying this massive amount. Like, but he's not paying it. It's just coming in for fucking free. You know, it's just like this fucking powder from a fucking plant. They make it all the way cheap, smuggle it in, and then they just work it carefully on the street so they don't fuck it up, because it's all about the internal intelligence agency, the American, not like smuggling in. Like, that's where they get all lost. It's like from what's on the street already. The hostile alien intelligence power, as I call it, the domestic CIA, is can just work it, and then whatever it could leak out, get on the market, they can fucking monitor that and stop it, or they can just control it. It's a feature, not a bug, and they can work it with the police and all the fucking shit and crack down on it. And so whatever leakage they get, they just fucking work that. But they have that core thing of parties, and you can see it. Oh yeah, with the 9/11 stuff. When Michael Moore, he shows W when he's young, and hanging out with the college frat guys and all the Florida stuff. And then how these guys are down here. You can see that's just their party thing. And they have their party scenes and their guys, like, and just with the right amount of coke and different things, and they can work that and get the good looking people and all the shit. And that's what's going on in the 80s, just rotting it out. And it wasn't like, it came in and guys could buy it and they bought that. And They had to spend that much fucking extra. No, they didn't. It didn't come out of their groceries and their fucking doodads or their car money. That's just like side partying money and different shit. You know. And so, like, and the whole thing is it's about controlling. They get this, the actual domestic part. And so, you know, just making sure that it all works out. They get it working the way they want. And they got total control over it because it's all fucking illegal. They can just hunt the shit down. And get slip off to the side, and someone could take someone and go sell it for money. They could have some leakage at their parties, and they could all talk about that. Oh, this guy's not starting it, he's kind of leaking it. He's kind of like slipping it. And then even that's kind of cool, and then he can be, maybe that's the best guy at the party too. Man, he's on his good behavior, right? Keeping that smile and he's opening his eyes and yay, and you're great kind of shit, right? And it's good, they even want that. And he's just like slipping off and selling it. And he can work his thing, he's all on the naughty side, so he's got the fucking, he's on his best behavior, all the shit, right? And that's how you gotta look at it. That's what they would have been fucking doing. And it's not, because it's usually, you know, you look for like, oh, someone's throwing all the money away and like that. And it wouldn't be. It'd be like, well, there's some great party. Fucking douchebag motherfuckers. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they would do. And it's all a lie. It's all like, God, they even bring all the shit, run shit through Florida as though it's being coming in here. And it would, like, even in the 80s, early 80s, you know, or like late 70s, early 80s, it might not have been all coming in through here like they say. They're just fucking doing all the fake out. You know, everyone with a car, because they could run up and down, and finally it goes in this room. Now, finally the briefcase opens, and there it is. The trusty guys, but it could be like, no, it's not the whatever, unless they want it to be. Fuck. Yeah, and all the fucking Paraguay in 78, they got the fucking dictator, all their Nazi goose stepping, and they have fucking Dr. Mengele there. And the president was a fucking Nazi, was a German. They got all the Germans there and all the Jews. It said. And so, yeah, back to, God, man, that medical stuff. I guess most people would know about it. I know about it because I say there's some incidents, and it's too much. Like the drug, the psychiatric drug. My brother, like amnesia drug. Then me with that thing. That drug, he gave me deja vu. And I'm quite sure. And it's weird because I get hit in the head too. That's so fucking weird. Because I'm thinking, shit, isn't that kind of a coinky dink? Like, oh, a concussion. I got hit in the head once. And then it started like way later. It's like, come on, man. Right? And it's like a whole different symptom. It wasn't. Damn, man. Man, but that made me find out. So my mom must have been like up and slinking around. I didn't really notice her. She'd come in like be down in the family room. She'd check on me a couple times or whatever the fuck. But I just remember being alone. Damn, man. And the artillery, man. And this for sure, man. It's like, God, that's all in my records too. And you got Diane, CIA lady did it for that. And they even do it. It's like. See, this Mengele stuff, then it's like to be seen, to see and be seen with it. Oh, that's another thing, because they have Dr. Mengele, because he's famous, like that part, like he's in Bolivia, or not, I mean, in Paraguay. And so if anyone's ever got, I don't know about my cousin with his, like, white powder flying up in the airplane, I don't know, someone gets arrested. I don't know, they got Dr. Mengele over there. What about that? How about when fucking they say they can't find him, but in Argentina, like, back in 1960 or 59, Germany wrote to them and said, hey, can you extradite that guy? They take 2 years to respond, and they say, nah, I don't know. No, that's just fucking political shit. And so Israel had to grab Adolf Eichmann. That's what they fucking say. It's all fucking set up too. Mengele ends up fleeing and coming up. God, Mengele had visited back in Germany too, a couple times. Or once, at least. Fuck. But that'll be the shit, man. Ann Stringer. I think I went to Thanksgiving with her. And so that guy reminds me of that Alan Ryan. God, he reminds me of people. Yeah, so it is. Fuck yeah, I was getting those headaches on that car ride back from the course track ride lessons. That's how I stopped going. Now the fuck would that work? They acted like they wanted me to keep going. They seemed kind of upset. Or, guy, I get an inkling here or there. I think it's supposed to be like they're wanting to do the right thing with me. That's when I was in 9th grade, I guess. Like, 'cause it looks like that. And it's supposed to be like I'm adamant, I don't want to go. Because it would make me sick. I felt like I was getting sick. I was getting sick. I'm trying to make a movie. Letting the cat out. Oh God, you're fucking in the movie. My movie's ruined. God, man. Oh, she likes to guard the door. She's guarding the door. She's... Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Yes, it's gonna be like that, right? Yes, that's it.